Hi everybody, welcome back to Life in the Woods Renaissance with me, Sid, and we're where we left off, more or less. There are a lot of horses around here. I've kind of not bothered kind of capturing one this time around, on the basis that whenever I capture, I go and tame a horse. I get me saddle out and we take the little horsey for a ride, and we nearly kill ourselves a few times over ravines and caves and whatever, and then I hit an ocean and I have to leave the horse, and all the effort of getting said horse was pretty much wasted, really. So yeah, I think we're going to avoid Mr. Horsey this time. I'm just kind of trying to. This is obviously a woodland. I'm desperately still looking for certain woodland plants. I've mentioned before there are a lot of plants that we have not seen for the woodland section, and yeah, we're not seeing them now because why would we? I'm also looking now. There's that I saw coming down. Oh my God, it's getting lights a bit bright. I want to go and have a look at that tree. I think that is just a giant, a giant tree. Yeah, that's the technical term for it. A big tree. But on the off chance that it's deceiving trillium, I know I've seen those and got those. On the off chance that it's not, and it is actually something else, we really ought to, more fairy slippers. We really ought to go and check it out, didn't we? And yeah, but it's a big un, whatever. He's a big un. Right, we ought to, before we do that, we probably need to sleep, however. You may not rest now, there are monsters nearby. Really? Where? There, thank you. I was panicking then. I was like, oh, these monsters. I mean, not that I'm really that worried about monsters, because, I'm big and tough and not scared of monsters. It's funny, because we sit there and we talk about these things and, oh yeah, it's only a zombie, but if it was a real life, that was a zombie. My God, we'd be, you wouldn't see me for dust. I'd be gone. Oh dear, and then certainly creepers we wouldn't hang around if we were one of those about, would we? No, we wouldn't. Skeletons, not happening. That's not. I think this is just I better switch over to this because there's a good chance that I don't think this is a ruin. I think this is just a tree. It's just a tree. Oh, hello. See? Yeah, we wouldn't be hanging out. If there was a 6 foot tall exploding... Yeah, I'm not even going to say what my usual thing. If they existed for real, we would not go near them. We probably wouldn't go out. You'd stay in. Okay, pine sap, no. Anyway, I'm going to continue on hunting around because there's got to be something. I don't want you. There's got to be something around this place, and obviously we need to continue hunting around the place. So I will be back in a moment. But just thought we'd go and check out that giant tree. I think it was probably a sacred, just a sacred thingy, a big tree. It was a big tree. There's a lot going on around here, but see, there's another. There's that big tree. That's a big tree, but it's not the same kind of big tree, is it? That's a different kind of big tree. Oh, it's not as big a tree anyway. Whatever it is, bigger tree. No. You know what I'm trying to say here? I'm not trying to say bigotry. It's a bigger tree. What are you? You are oak quarterlog. Cool. Well, from Extra Biomes XL. Alright, I think we've kind of worked out what's going on here. That is a big tree from Extra... Oh god, there's so much stuff on the floor and I don't want it. Go on. Bang, bang. There we go. Anyway, yeah, let me continue onwards, and we'll try and I'll try and come back when we encounter something more interesting than a big tree. So, see you in a little while. Aha! Village. I'm in this rather... This is a jungle, believe it or not. It is actually, technically, it is a rainforest again. Which means that all the plants, of course, are things we've seen before, like torch ginger. I'm fairly certain that's one. I've seen. But my god, the views up here are just gorgeous. Wow, fishbone cactus, but that's not what we need. Can we find a way down? Not this way, hang on. Herp, there we go. Herp, 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 herp. I mean, it's a village, he's got a blacksmith, so he might have something worthwhile. He's not going to have anything super duper worthwhile, but, you know, it's pretty much about the most exciting thing I've seen so far since I pressed record again. Although the views are still spectacular. And more, oh, hello, more horses as well. All right, let me get you down, and down, and down, and down. There we go, we're in. Just in time, the sun seems to be setting, which is nice, and we've got lots of nice horses and villagers. Okay. Yeah. Debating, so, oh, hello. Definitely worthwhile, have that as well. Oh yeah, let me try and avoid starting to... Cool. Underground, yeah, I'll leave him to... He can do what he wants. This village is so far away from anywhere that we can use that you know, I'm not really that bothered about what happens to these villagers. Let me quickly sleep and we can move on. But donkeys, I haven't, so too far away. Well, you're too far away to think about donkeys. Now where am I? I am here. That way over there is more snow biome. What are you? Devil's Shoestring. Savannah. That is... I've got that. I've got it. Stop it, John. Come on. Let's try and not get too obsessed. Do I take a little trip out there or not? I mean, that was actually... We're not far from where we first ever stayed, look. Pretty cool. Okay. But we need to get back down this way. And we're kind of moving too far over in the other direction. So, yeah. It's interesting. I mean, we're going to come out of a nether portal 8,000 blocks away from where we're living. And we've actually ended up fairly close to where we started. What are the odds at that? Oh, cool. Green schist. Yeah. Probably actually not that bad. Oh my god, there's so many horses. I could have Tesco's Aberdeen Angus for days. If you get that joke. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to continue on moving, and I don't really want to go picking those flowers up. But I haven't seen anything screaming at me to be investigated for a while, so oh man, the amount of times I've had to go looking for mud, and then look at this, it's just everywhere. Oh well. I'll continue onwards. We will try and find something interesting on our journeys back towards the portal. I can't remember. I can't remember whether there was any. Well, there was. Oh no, there was nothing I came out for specifically, as I recall. I think we were just having a little break from the build, so to speak. Oh man, oh, so muddy. Right, yeah, I'll be back in a little while. Wow, there's some big old biomes around. Look at that. I'd love to build, if I was gonna do something, you know, more vanilla-y, man cavey style thing, I'd love to build in something like one of these. Really just go to town, get, you know, builds on the ledges and stuff. Some point one day, maybe we will do that, but not today. I've kind of come, let me show you, I've come full circle. So down here is where there was a build that I tried to record twice now because I failed both times, so I am crap. Oh dear. And yeah, but that was a library build. There was actually nothing there at all in terms of stuff. It was just one of those nice builds. Hello, how are you doing? Oh, you're a little bit warm down there. You want to come up here on the surface? It's quite chilly. Okay, what have we got going on? Don't you even think that sheep was considering pushing me in? Did you see it? Hey, not clever. Got to give him credit though. He did persevere. I mean, he really went to town, tracking me all the way around that ravine. In fact, I've got to try and figure out a way around this ravine. My pathfinding may not be as good as his, in all honesty. What an odd-shaped cave. I only came down to the snow just in the off chance of penguins, to be honest. But I have not seen a penguin since that first episode in this pack. I'm beginning to think they don't spawn anymore either. But yeah, no, it's a chicken. I was like, penguin chicken. No. Chicken. Yeah, I don't think we're seeing penguins again. I think penguins are a myth. But anyway, yeah, there's I'm just kind of, I'm not really seeing anything to speak of in terms of builds and stuff. It's oh, hello, we got a Slenderman down there. But really, build-wise, no. It's just the biomes. I mean, they'll just look at that. I mean, that would be absolutely brilliant area to build in. Just, I don't know. I don't even know what to build there. I just want to build something. Oh well. And it's always the case. You know, I go wandering and I spot places that I'd love to build things, and then I probably forget. And then the next time I see something like it, like, wow, I want to build something. Pink trees. But yeah, I think I've had pink trees before. Have I got pink trees? Have I got pink tree saplings? Maybe I haven't. Maybe I should go and make sure I can get some pink tree sapling, because you know what'll happen? I'll come to do something and I'll want to build something with pink tree wood, and I'll not have any, so I'm gonna, yeah, let's remedy that. Well, I mean, it's not like it's a major league pain in the backside chopping with this axe. Is it really? Nope, it's not. Nope. Look, I mean, this thing is just like that, like through butter, a knife through butter, this bloody axe. Right, we need to let these despawn, of course, or get my scythe out, one or the other. But I'm going to grab a little bit more of this while I'm waiting for stuff to despawn. And wow, that is one big tree. And yeah, and I will be back momentarily once we've once these have had the decency to despawn. And come on, chop and chop and chop. Yeah, back in a minute. All right, well, nothing much to see here. So, but I'm feeling lonely, so I'm going to talk to you. How does that work? No, I'm not feeling lonely. I'm just kind of I'm enjoying the tranquility of. I don't want to walk through there. That kind of just doesn't do it for me. But I started thinking about because as the last episode I was talking about Yorkshire parking and that kind of reminiscing thing, and I was thinking back to when I grew up, when I was growing up as a kid, because I grew up in a small village. I'm farm born and bred, so yeah. And I grew up on a small village, which up in North Nottinghamshire, or otherwise known as Bassetlaw, as it's the county of Nottinghamshire, but the district of Bassetlaw district, and in a small village, and it's one of these wonderfully ironic things, is that I can talk about certain things, say like Yorkshire parking, or I don't know, Yorkshire puddings, or certain aspects of English cuisine or English life, and for the most part, the people who are English or live in England or have lived in England will have some feel for what that is all about, because it's English stuff, and our cousins over the pond, over in the US, will probably, for the most part, not have a clue about some of them, because again they are often very British, in the same way that we don't always understand everything American. They don't always understand everything British, which is no big surprise. I mean, it's no revelation or anything. It's kind of what you would expect. But I grew up in a small village in North Nottinghamshire, and the wonderful irony is this village is just like 100 other villages like it, thousands of villages like it across the entire United Kingdom. And you will, nothing special about this village whatsoever. And pretty much just about anybody who is English will have probably never heard of this village, because it's a village, just a little village. This particular village, though, is more likely to be known by our neighbours across the pond, our American friends, because I grew up in the village of Scrooby, and most people from England would go, yeah, Scrooby? What the hell's Scrooby? That's Scrooby. We don't know nothing about Scrooby. However, Scrooby is where the Pilgrim Fathers originated from. One of the original settler groups of America. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, that this is pretty much taught as part of the standard curriculum in the States. Now, you can imagine we get an awful lot of American visitors when being in Scrooby. Summer comes around and we would have absolute busloads of people coming around and looking at the quaint cottages and cute little farms and stuff. And yes, that was actually no shadow of an exaggeration. You would get these huge, but what are my British standards, huge farmhouses, and you hear someone saying, "Gee, George, look at the quaint little cottages." Apologies for my really bad American accent there. But yeah, so it was interesting. But growing up in that village was, I think, probably one of the village life was just such an odd life. In some respects, I wouldn't trade it for the world. It was such a privilege to grow up in, such an idyllic place at a time when, I mean, let's be honest, we really had just about every advantage going. Back in the 70s and 80s, the fear that parents seem to have these days of the kids being preyed on by predators and stuff, whilst I am sure the predators were still there, it was the media that pushed your face in this stuff all the time wasn't. So the stuff we used to do as kids, building dens, going out. I remember through the summer, we would go out into. I'd get up in the morning, be out of the house by 8 o'clock in the morning, and my parents wouldn't see me. My parents and grandparents wouldn't see me again for the entire day. It was that kind of existence where you just got out there and met your mates, and you'd go off, and we built rafts, and we'd go off rafting down rivers for. One day, I think, once we built a raft out of oil drums and everything, and we literally ended up 10-15 miles away from home, hiking back up a river trying to get back home because we'd gone so far. And it was just crazy little things like that which you recollect, and it's a shame, really. I think there's an awful lot of the innocence has been lost in the world. Partially due to modern media. You can't turn around these days without seeing some report somewhere of some perversion of nature and some twisted kiddie fiddling bastard out there, and there's no wonder therefore that you have so many people who are absolutely terrified of letting the kids even out of the house for more than 5 minutes. Oh, come on, load train. Because every time you turn around, all you're seeing is the media telling you these horror stories of, give me that boat back, horror stories of people and the kids going vanishing, missing, and I mean, it must be a horrendous thing. You can't even begin to conceive of what that would be like. But it's such a shame, because I think there's an awful lot of innocence been lost in the world. An awful lot of oh god, if this were 1.10, you would be a polar bear. So yeah, Scrooby was a wonderful little village to grow up in, and one of the reasons that I got to thinking about this was I've been watching Big Guy playing Stardew Valley, and a few others, and as you'll see when I come around to my holiday miniseries, I've had a little play of it myself. Yes, it's all Big's fault. You can blame him. But what got me to thinking about this was the behaviour of the villagers, or the people in Stardew Valley, the locals, the NPCs, and how they are so inclusive, and welcome neighbour to the district, here, have some free blueprints. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I know blueprints kind of a weird idea of a gift, but that's just the way that particular game works. But growing up in that village environment, I can tell you now that was not the norm. The norm was very definitely something very different to that. You were considered an outsider in the village until your family had lived there for 5 or 6 generations, and that new couple. What? Some people have only been here for 35 years. Yeah, them. That kind of mentality. A very strange environment, villagers. Very insular in some respects, and yet inclusive in others. And but nonetheless, I think probably an important formative part. I should really use a boat, because no doubt there's a shark somewhere down here. Hello, Sharky. Sharky and George. Yeah, but on the whole, it was a good place. So yeah, do let me know if, as an American student at school, you learnt all about Scrooby, and I'm sure you learnt all about the Pilgrim Fathers and William Brewster and all those fellas. I lived literally 50 yards, 100 yards from William Brewster's house. It was that kind of close, and you know, it was like just it's just William Brewster's house, no biggie. Certainly nothing to write home about or get excited about. But clearly it is to some people, just not me. Anyway, I'm going to continue on hunting around because at the moment all I found is this huge volcano biome, and from past experience these volcano biomes can be a pain because they can go on and on and on. And this stuff here that I'll have more of because no, go away. But apart from that, we've not found much in the way of plants. We've certainly not found much in the way of ruins and builds. Yeah, got a few diamonds, but that's not bad, and stuff. You know, it's not been a completely wasted journey, but I've certainly had better trips out. So I'm going to continue heading on back towards the portal, see if we just can't find any last minute redeeming things. I'd like a desert. Deserts were about the best thing I found for finding things, so desert would be handy. Wow, that's a nice little mini volcano there. But yeah, really not the greatest of trips out. So back in a little while. You know, it's funny, but even with the shaders, night time is not as dark as you often think it is. It's actually quite pretty with the moonlight out here. We're just heading back further up towards the portal because we really have found absolutely nothing worth speaking of. I can see there's the portal just coming up ahead of us. So well, there's not the portal, there's the little column of dirt sticking out of the water coming ahead of us. So yeah, as exploration goes, yeah, not the most entertaining. Come here, give me that. Right, not the most entertaining. I mean, we've gone and been around here. We've been down here. There's little bits around. I mean, when you consider we got very close to our first stopover when we spawned up there, I think it was, give or take a little bit. You know, we have covered a surprising amount of map out this way, really. But I think on that note, it's probably time to take our pink cherry saplings and diamonds and loots and ill-gotten gains back with us. I've got no idea if a shark can get me in this water column. And head back to back home to our lovely little settlement, and then next episode probably continue on with the build, see where we go from there. But until then, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon, and bye for now.